Welcome to the third video. In the third video, we're going to be focusing on Blender and the customization. Okay, so what is the Blender customization? Well, remember in the previous video that I mentioned that these small squares over here, right? The small drop-down menus over here. So currently it's on the outliner. And what we can do is we can have different options, or we have different options, and we can just select it over here. Like for example, if I want this to be the properties tab, I just selected the properties tab. If I want it to be the outliner, I can allow it to be the outliner tab, right? So let's go at the bottom over here, and then we can go over here and select the 3D viewport. Now that you currently see, we have different viewports, right? For example, this will work properly if we had like different views and you busy editing and so forth. Another thing to note is that we can just drag it over here, and we can go to the bottom over here while the cursor makes a plus, and then we can drag and put in another tab over here. Like for example, let's just say properties tab over there, and then we can do a number of things. So Blender is very customizable, and it's nice user friendly. It's nice and user friendly, and then you can see that we now have different options. So what if we wanted to add more windows over here? So we can then just make sure it turns into a plus or a cross or whatever you call it, and then we can have different options over here, right? We can just add more, and let's just add more over there, and let's just add more. Okay, so let's just say that you're busy with a project, and then this is what happens. Okay, so now you're looking at yourself and asking yourself, well, how do I get rid of all of these things? Well, there's a number of ways. For example, the first way that I would suggest you do is go over there, make sure that it does have a cross, and then just pull it towards over there, and you can see that it now gives an arrow like shape, right? So it's showing us that it's going to merge with the screen or tab that's next to it. Okay, and just like that, it then merges in over there. And what if it's on top? Well, you can just select the cross, make sure it shows the plus over there, and then just go over there just like that. So it shows you which direction it's going to merge to, and you see it showing down. So there we go, just like that. And let's just say we wanted to merge this one as well, and there we go. And then from there, let's just go to the bottom corner and merge it just like that. And now we can just pull it back over there just like that, and then go over there and select the properties tab, and go over there and select the outliner tab. And just like that, we have our default scene just like that. Okay, now another example that I would like to show you is, let's just throw this out just like that, and let's just say it's over there, right? So another thing that we can do is go over here and select file, and then you see it says default, and it says save startup file. So when you select save startup file, every time you start up Blender, it's going to start up exactly the way everything is set up at the moment. So just be careful with that. However, if you, let's just say you make a mistake and go with save startup file, it's going to ask you, and let's just say we say okay, that's fine. So now I'm going to close Blender. Okay, and let me open up Blender again. So now, as you can see, because we saved the startup file, it's now showing exactly the way it's looking at the moment, right? So to fix this, all that you need to do is go to file, default, and load factory settings. As soon as you select load factory settings, it's going to then change everything back to normal, right? And then, like I said earlier on, layout, modeling, sculpting is different workspaces. So let's just say, for example, we go to modeling, we can then as well add more tabs over there as well. Go to sculpting, we can do the same over there, and so forth, right? So just be careful when doing that, because then otherwise you need to make sure that you load the factory settings. Okay,